Hi guys, Abby here. In this video, we are going to be giving a review on the Nissaki Beach Atlantica Hotel, which is a TUI Blue hotel. I'm going to give all my thoughts and opinions here, but I know some of you can't be bothered listening to my opinions, which, you know what, fair enough. I personally like hearing about people's experiences so that I know if it's right for me, but some of you just want to see videos of the hotel. So if you check the description, there is a chapter on where that starts. I literally do a full walkthrough of the whole hotel so you can see everything for yourself. But for now, I'm going to tell you a bit about it. First things first, we arrived about 11 o'clock at night and the staff were amazing. They took our suitcases up for us, or in this instance down for us because our room was below the reception, and we were given a drink on arrival. It wasn't an alcoholic drink, it was a mocktail, but it was still really nice. And in our room they had prepared some food for us, which was perfect because you're always hungry when you get off a flight and it's been that long since you've ate. We were really lucky that the room we had a sea view, so the view from our balcony was absolutely stunning. The room was a decent size, the beds were comfortable enough. So yeah, we were pretty happy with that. We had a shower, like an open shower type thing. That was the only thing I didn't like, is like the door to the bathroom didn't like lock or anything. It was just like a swing shut kind of situation. But it is what it is. We were on floor 5, which is the floor the gym is on, which suited us very well because we love going to the gym even on our holidays. And the gym was actually very well equipped. This was one of the best equipped gyms we have been to in a hotel. And that's really saying something because obviously there's still a million different things that I'd love to see in hotel gyms. But for what it was, we were really happy. There are 2 pools in this hotel. There is the main pool and there's the quiet pool. We spent all of our time at the quiet pool because everyone put their towels down at the normal pool before breakfast even started. So there was no way you were getting one without going down early, which I hate. I don't do it myself. I don't put a towel down. I wait till I've ate my breakfast and I'm actually going to the pool, because there were times where people had put towels down and didn't come down till 11 a.m. I just feel like you should be allowed to throw those in the pool because that's really unfair to other people who want to actually spend time. There was no lack of sunbeds. They had sunbeds at the main pool, sunbeds at the quiet pool, and then they had sunbeds on the beach and on like the grassy area. They also had some table tennis and a beach volleyball court. We didn't take part in a lot of the activities, like the physical activities, but they do obviously the aquafit, they do couples yoga, they do normal yoga, they do HIIT workouts, they do foam roller workouts. Like they have plenty of stuff to do. There's like water polo or something, the beach volleyball, all of that, which I think is really cool. The activities we did take part in were the cocktail making, the cooking class, and the wine tasting. Those were the 3 that we were after. You have to book them 48 hours in advance on the TUI Blue app. Now that app is going to come in so handy, so it's something you definitely have to download while you're there. We didn't know about this until we were there, so we missed out on booking activities earlier because of this. That is where you book in, and they only take so many people in the activities, so it's best to do it, and they go super quick, so make sure you get your activities booked in. They have got a couple of pool tables, however these do cost €2 per game, and it wasn't working when we went to play it, and they ended up just giving us our money back. Let's talk food and drinks. Honestly, overall pleased with the food and drinks. All the cocktails were included in the all-inclusive. All the the spirits were included. Like, you could just be like, oh, can I have a vodka, Fanta lemon? Like, you could just make up your own. The only things not included in that are branded labels. So, like, if you specifically want a brand of like anything, which I think is a bit silly, because at the end of the day, it kind of all tastes the same when it's in a cocktail. And you couldn't get Freddo espressos, which I didn't understand. You had to pay for those, and I'm pretty sure I heard someone say it was like €8, and I'm not paying that, especially on all-inclusive. That is my only negative, because like at the end of the day, you can get ice for free, you can get the glass for free, you can get the sugar for free, and you can get the coffee for free. So why can't you just like put it together for me? Why am I having to go DIY it myself? Like, it doesn't make sense. Then for the food, they had a good variety of different nights on. So there was 2 Greek nights, an Italian night, a Mexican night, an Asian night, the night, which is basically, I don't know, it's like steak and like all that kind of stuff that night. I really enjoyed all of the food. I'm not too fussy. They had a lot of like the Greek desserts and stuff like that. They had an ice cream bit. I personally just wish there was less cream cakes. Like, that's my only thing I hate about all-inclusive, is just like the constant cream cakes. But that's what you expect, so I can't complain. They also have a Mediterranean restaurant and an Italian restaurant on site. These you have to book into, and you only get them free if you're staying 5 days or more. And I think you can only pick one per 5 days. So we were there 2 weeks, so that's why we got to do both. But I highly recommend both of these restaurants. They were absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, they were miles above the rest, but that's what you expect when you go to a restaurant. 3 courses and a drink. Like, I was in love. It was brilliant. I think the Italian might be my favourite though. That tiramisu lives rent-free in my head and in my heart. So I would definitely recommend that. Drinks at breakfast is a thing. So they have a bit that you can make your own mimosa. They have a bit where you can make your own Bloody Mary. However, the Bloody Mary, I really question the tomato juice. It's just like, it's been sitting. So do with that as you wish. But the mimosas were stunning, very nice. Obviously, the staff were really great and really helpful. We got along with basically nearly everyone. We had like, there was a couple of people, I'm not gonna lie, we were trying to speak Greek, just because I feel like when you go on holiday, you should try your best to speak some of the language at least. Most people loved this and thought it was great. However, there was like this bar woman who was kind of like making fun of us for trying to speak Greek. She was working at the pool bar down at the pool, which I wasn't a fan of, because like, I wouldn't put you down for trying to speak English. So it is what it is. And then obviously we had a run-in with one of the guys in the restaurant, because we sat at a 4-seater when there was only 2 of us, but the place was empty, so it wasn't that deep. And even when we left, there were still like 6 4-seater tables in that section, never mind the other section that wasn't full either, but it is what it is. Not everyone is going to be great, but everyone else was fabulous. The support there were good as well, so like the TUI reps and the hotel reps, they were great, so helpful, really ease your mind. I think that's absolutely everything. I think I've spoken about all the different running parts. If not, you can ask me any questions down below. But now, feel free to stay and watch a walkthrough of the hotel.